Ay, mi espalda. Ay, mi espalda. A ver, creo que se está escuchando raro otra vez. Ok, no se está escuchando raro. Pensé que se estaba escuchando raro. Ay, puse todo hasta allá. Vamos a mover un poquito esto. Ahí está. Tampoco iban a dar las 9. Ay, güey. Estoy tirando esto. Mi buen Iván, ¿cómo andamos, hermano, Muy buenas noches, mi buen. ¿Qué tal te pareció el State of Play? ¿Lo viste, mi buen? Uf, qué calor. Mi estimado, qué chingona playera de los pads. Ah, mira. De hecho es mi pijama, pero a veces lo uso como... Pues que está muy cómoda, la tela está muy, muy cómoda. Entonces, ahorita que tengo el clima prendido, pues está cómodo, está calientito. Y tengo una pijama completa de los pads. Pero pues obviamente ahorita ni para qué onda, mi buen, ¿verdad? ¿Cómo has estado, mi buen? Ya creo que tengo un rato que no te saludaba por aquí. Digo, también nosotros no hemos estado haciendo mucho stream seguido. Por el japonés, el trabajo y pues muchas cosas. Pues muy buenas noches y bienvenidos aquí a Fuera del Control, mis estimados. El día de ayer estábamos jugando Ace Combat, pero se dejó venir una lluvia muy rara con muchos truenos y dije, no, aquí lo voy a apagar y voy a desconectar todo porque en una de esas, donde por un alto voltaje truene el play, truene la compu, truene la tele, dije, no, mejor para qué nos arriesgamos. No pude ver el State of Play, mucha chamba. Fíjate que yo también estaba en el trabajo y apenas pude verlo, digamos, ahorita ya son que las 9. Terminó mi clase e inmediatamente puse el State of Play porque apenas llegué para mi clase de japonés y ya vi lo que sacaron y pues no puedo decir que estuvo así, wow, la gran cosa, porque ya varios de los títulos que mostraron eran juegos que pues ya estábamos esperando, ¿no? De tanto leak y tanta cosa, ¿no? Pero bueno, ayer estábamos jugando Ace Combat y vamos a seguir jugando Ace Combat porque lo estoy jugando en la dificultad más alta. Entonces pues quiero ver qué tan difícil se pone más adelante. Aparte ya estábamos por iniciar una misión muy muy chida. Home. Esta de Bunker Buster es más o menos similar a una de las a la misión que sale en Top Gun Maverick. Es una mezcla rara. Mi estimado Ricardo, muchas gracias por ese like, muy bueno.
Ocean forces have moved into the areas where we gained air superiority and freed over half of the Yuuzhan continent. However, Eurasia is feeling the pressure and is reacting by attempting to activate the ballistic missile base in the suburbs of Sierra Plata. For the past 72 hours, they've put the resources and people into action and have already entered the final stages of a launch.
¿Qué iban a hacer aquí?
The missile silo is deep underground.
Los misiles, sí,
To
cierto.
destroy it, we'll need a bomber to drop a huge deep penetration bomb in a precise place. Unfortunately,
Digo, para los que ya vieron Top Gun, no les suena la misión.
So it'll be difficult for a bomber to hit the target accurately. Normally, we'd wait for the weather to clear, but with the situation being what it is, we don't have that option. So, we will be the bomber's eyes.
Bendito sea el jueves ya para el fin de semana.
You'll all be equipped with targeting pods instead of special weapons. We need you to fly at low altitude, visually identify which silo they're activating, then acquire it with your targeting pod.
Ah, Iván, tienes que ir a ver la película de Top Gun. Digo, yo creo que no te tocó, no eres de la generación que vio de la primera. Digo, la primera película no es la gran cosa. Está muy entretenida para la época que era, ¿no? Pero si tienes oportunidad de ir al cine y ver Top Gun Maverick, hazlo, mi güey. Es una recomendación, pero 100%. Porque lo que acaba de hacer Tom Cruise es acaba de poner exactamente cómo se deben de hacer de aquí en adelante las películas de acción. Se puso la vara alta, alta, alta. Y eso que todavía no hemos visto lo que viene para Misión Imposible. Ok, aquí era... Ok, son 7, 8, 9, 10 y luego el otro. Empezar misión. Obviamente vamos a usar el avión de Maverick. Mi estimado Dante, ¿cómo andamos, hermano? Muy buenas noches, mi buen. Porque a veces siento que se está haciendo más chiquita la silla. Algo así me hace sentir. Ok. De hecho, casi todas las misiones las he usado con el avión de Maverick. Ay, qué cosa, esta se está moviendo mucho. Ahí está. A ver, lo que sí, arma especial no se puede. ¡Ja! Emblema. BF1 es lo mismo. Creo que el avión no le puedes hacer estas cosas. Ok. Captain Pete Mitchell, Maverick. Lo bueno es que ya me acordé bien de los controles porque aquí sí va a estar muy movido el asunto.
Arusia only has 5 IRBM silos in total. Therefore, the enemy's made a number of fake silos to try and throw our bombers
La configuración que estoy usando en el control es la complicada, o sea, la realista, si así se le puede llamar. Ahí está.
In order to use the targeting pods, you'll need to change weapons first. Try to align the missile silo with a circle in the center of your HUD.
Ok, sí está. Sí hay turbulencia. Quería probar si había turbulencia y sí hay. Las nubes me friegan. Es lo que me gustó mucho de este título. Realmente hay turbulencia por pasar entre las nubes. Si pasas por una cañada. Bueno, ese Tom Cruise siempre innova algo en Misión Imposible. Se supone que la siguiente hará algo en el espacio. No tengo idea realmente de qué es lo que venga, pero parece que ya son las últimas películas relacionadas a Misión Imposible. Y van a ser 2 partes. La verdad, yo solo vi 2 de esas películas de Misión Imposible, pero ya con todo lo que he hecho quiero ver las demás. Ok, ya pasó a mi cámara. Uy, la cañada me está empujando hacia arriba. ¿Eso? El agua cuando pasas. Vamos a tirar ahí.
the targeting pod. Trade on that silo until the payload is delivered.
Ahí está.
Buster hit its mark. Time for fireworks.
¿Dónde está el otro
Destruction
silo?
of first missile silo confirmed.
Ok, ya lo vi. Este más de este lado. Ahí está.
They completely lost it. You can bet on it.
Nos hecho madre, porque nos van a disparar.
Dropping another bunker buster will take some time. Aim carefully.
Rápido, muévete. ¿Dónde está el AA gun? Ya lo vimos. La nube no me va a dejar. Ahí está.
Targeting gun range.
Got it. Otra AA gun. Cuidado. Bien.
Target down and out.
Ahí está. Cambio. Vamos despacio.
Trigger. The bomb has been dropped. The bomb was off its mark. The target is still standing.
Ya me están atacando los... No, estoy muy... Voy. Otra vez. Tengo que alejar. Ahí está.
Enemy has a lock. Evade.
¿No le pegó? Vete a la burger, ¿por qué?
This is a serious mission. There's a wise man who gave Strider 2 account. The formation changes every mission. I'm sure he has a reason for it. I'll believe that when I see it. I'm just glad he won't be there to chew my ear off.
Ahí está. Vamos a matar a estos que me están fregando desde hace rato. Ahí está, ¿dónde está el otro?
Bandit down.
Son drones. Ah, no, no son drones. Ahí está, en el blanco, perro. Ametralladora. Eso. Vamos por el siguiente. APC a la vista.
Missile launched. The target has been destroyed.
Ya. A gun. Avión, bien. Va de nuevo.
Enemy has a lock.
Break. Ahí está, lo pasamos. Nomás necesito hacer lo del tanque. Ah, pero no es necesario. Ah, no, sí es necesario, olvídalo. ¿Cómo que falló?
Enemy fighter approaching. Bomb lead.
Ay, güey. Del blanco. Ah, la madre. Aguanta bastante.
The target is hit.
Madre, no.
Trigger. Enemy has a lock on you.
Sí, ya sé. Ah, me pegó horrible, güey.
Strider 1, target destroyed.
Ahora vamos por la bomba.
Missile, break.
Tan.
5 minutes remaining. The sky feels
Got it, vámonos.
today. As a Cyclops, I felt like a bird in a cage. Once this mission's over, I guess we'll be back under the company commander's thumb again. What a pain
A ver,
in the
primero
ass.
este.
We don't know when they'll launch. We'll be on time. Where's the explosion?
Vamos por ese helicóptero. Me está dando mucha lata. No le pegué. Genial.
Hostile has a lock.
Pero, ¿dónde estás? Ahí estás, infeliz.
That's a swing and a miss. It'd be a lot easier to find the silo if the weather was nice.
Bien.
Target
Cambio.
shot down.
no falló, no mames. Bueno, vamos por eso. Tan. Tan. Pam. Pam. No, no llegó a pegar. No me pega, no pasa nada. Va de nuevo, va de nuevo. Ah, fuck. La montaña. Que entrar, sí. Ah, no mames, ¿cómo que fallé? Oh, todavía no podía. Va de nuevo, otra vez. 3 minutos. Fuck. Vámonos. Que sigue.
Missile silo destroyed. That makes 2. No launch signs yet.
Tan. Tan.
Picking up an enemy squadron. It must be the reinforcements they called in. They don't appear to be going after our bomber. Take them out if they interfere with our mission. 2 minutes remaining.
Ok. Muy mal, estuvo muy mal eso. Te regreso. Vámonos.
Missile is closing. Strider 1, break. Warning, enemy has a beat on you.
Bien, destruido los dos. Oh. No creo que pegue. Ah, sí, sí pegó. Perfecto. Frenó. Bien, Sam destruido. Cambiamos de arma. Ah, todavía. Ahí voy. Se aguantó bastante. Ahí está, vámonos. Oh, estuvo cerca. Ahí viene, ahí viene, ahí viene, ahí viene, ahí viene, ahí viene, ahí viene. Las nubes. 30 segundos, no mames, fuck, olvídenlo. Vámonos, rápido, rápido, se quedan 10 segundos. No, hombre, ya no la hice, la regué, güey. Qué güey, me hubiera ido directamente a destruirlos. 4, 3, 2, 1, misión fallida.
Alert! We've detected an IRBM launch. Confirmed signature on our radar. Launch site is this dam.
Not from the silos? They certainly hit it well. We still have a chance.
Voy.
Shoot it down before it reaches critical altitude.
Voy, lo más rápido que puedo.
There'll be more missiles from the remaining silos. That's what you get for half-assing it.
Lo más breve.
The target will soon reach critical altitude. Confirmed signature on our radar.
Oh, la madre.
We confirm another launch. Take it out.
Rápido, 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 rápido. Dispararon otro. Ahí está.
You're mine. Got one on my ass. Additional launch confirmed. Incoming. Missile away. Target hit. The target will soon reach critical altitude. Pursuing enemy.
Oh, fuck. Rápido, 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 rápido.
They have a lock on me. They got a lock on you, Strider 1.
¿Dónde?
An enemy is behind you.
Flares.
You made that missile, Strider 2.
Flares, flares, flares. Ahí están. Tiramos las flares. Ahí está.
Breaking hostile lock. The target will soon reach critical altitude. Strider 1, target acquired.
Sí llega, sí llega, sí llega, sí
The
llega, sí
target
llega.
is about to reach critical altitude.
Oh.
All of the missiles have been destroyed.
Mission accomplished.
I was cutting it pretty close. I was starting to get a little nervous.
You're telling me you had us flooding up here, and there wasn't even anything we could do about it. Glad we were partnered with you on this operation.
That went about as expected. Be sure to include in the report how much ass I kicked while off the company commander's leash. Roger that, and I'll be sure to include all the crap you said about Wiseman, too.
Por un momento pensé que habíamos fallado la misión. Por un momento pensé que sí.
Arusia only has 5 IRBM
Una
silos
pequeña
in total.
publicidad
Therefore,
de
the
mi
enemy's
parte
gonna have to
gratuita.
fake silos
Ahí
to
dice
try to
Top
throw our
Gun.
bombers off the set. Did you say fake? They're paying her to look at the real thing from the sky. You can't tell the difference.
It's the wing of that LRSSG that brought down that arsenal bird. We've got the boss. You do the terminal guidance.
In order to use the targeting pods, you'll need to change weapons
Está
first.
Top Gun.
Try to align the missile silo with the circle in the center of your HUD.
Me gustan mucho este tipo de juegos. Y de hecho voy a tratar de descargar más bien. Ah, pero tengo que cambiar el Xbox. Porque Memo ya se va.
We have successfully prevented an enemy ballistic missile attack. Striders, we are now preparing.
¿Cuánto dinero? Ok. Es bastante suficiente. Cape Rainy Assault. Me suena a que vamos a atacar con todo.
With the loss of an arsenal bird followed by the destruction of their ballistic missile base, Russia is running out of ways to counter. This is a great opportunity for the Osean army to bolster our power to eventually take down the Erusian capital of Farbanti. The special long-range strategy is entering its final phase. Our objective is to attack and capture the Erusian Air Force Base in Cape Rainy in northern Erusia. This important base is at the forefront of our strategy to establish control of Farbanti. Under the cover of night, our plan is that all squadrons will invade from the valley to the south and mount an air assault on
Ay, va a ser por un cañón.
the air. The enemy's observation field has eyes on the skies above the valley, so your altitude will need to be restricted. If you go over a certain altitude, the enemy could spot you, ending the mission in failure. Keep that in mind. Once you arrive, you are to take out the enemy's air defense forces as soon as possible and prepare for the support squadrons. When the air defense forces are neutralized, the helicopter squadron should arrive.
Estas
carrying
misiones son clásicas,
the
pero
plan is to take
clásicas
control
en
of the
Ace
base.
Combat.
Getting through the valley is only half the job.
Ay, güey, va a estar bueno esto. ¿Qué me salió para aquí? A ver... Ok, esto no, esto es aparte. No, pues... sea, vamos a tener que seguir usando el mismo avión. No hay de otra. Lo que no sé es si voy a estar haciendo esto. Maverick en amarillo. O en rojo. Vamos a usarlo en amarillo. Probablemente sí. Logotipo de Top Gun Maverick, my friend. ¿Cómo no?
Strider Squadron, aircraft prep complete. You're cleared to taxi.
Ok, es debajo del radar. No subir a más de... no sé cuánto era la altura. Pero es llegar a la base principal y destruirla.
Beginning nighttime aerial refueling process.
Oh,
Be
fuck.
careful of reduced visibility. 1,500 meters to tanker.
Ahí voy.
Make left.
You are on the money.
Maintain your current approach.
Deja de estarme diciendo qué hacer.
Too fast. Lower airspeed.
Shh, cállate, soy Maverick. Maverick nadie le dice qué hacer.
500 meters. You have permission to access the refueling tanker. 100.
Stay on target.
50 meters.
Stay on target. Mantener
That's some
posición.
nice flying, Trigger.
I got it.
Refueling initiated. Maintain your current position.
Nada es imposible para Maverick. Nada. Oh boy.
You have passed through waypoint 1.
Ahí está, publicidad gratuita para la película.
All aircraft reduce altitude. We have altitude restrictions from here on out.
Okay.
Keep altitude below 600 meters.
600. Bueno, en la película era
Maintain
menos.
your current course.
Vamos a detener este mapa. Tan, 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 tan. Necesito mejor mi vista. ¡Ay, güey! Tienen luces. Vamos a tener que ir más abajo,
Searchlight up
Maverick.
ahead. Watch for it. Stay out of their sight. Strider, pass this one. Our current ETA matches yours. Catch them off guard. Can we secure the LZ quickly? We'll get you down safe. I'm worried you're short on men.
Si ven que muevo el cuello es porque quiero ponerme en posición. Fuck,
That ain't
güey.
funny. Jokes. Okay, follow you in. Good luck. Understood.
Verdes, Maverick. 600 y vamos en menos de 300. Diablos. Ok, aguas, 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 aguas. Muy abajo vamos a tener que pasar. Shit, 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 shit.
Strider 1, you've passed through waypoint 2. The valley's about to get narrower. Be
No
careful.
girar el cuello. Fuck, 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 fuck. Tengo que meter más al valle. No hay pedo, no hay pedo. Este es Maverick.
When can we take on the final mission? I'm starting to get tired of all this. This is the last step, Count. We'll take the enemy base and use it as a bridgehead. Watch yourselves
Más
out there.
abajo.
We're going to need all of you in Farbanti.
Mierda, güey.
Without Wiseman here, everybody wants to give orders like they're the company commander
Oh,
himself.
fuck, 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 fuck,
The best
fuck.
thing about Strider Squadron is our leader keeps his mouth shut.
seas mamón, güey. Uf. Oh, fuck. No seas mamón, güey. No me acordaba de eso. Más abajo, güey. Mierda. No mames. ¿Cómo voy a pasar esta
Watch your
parte?
speed.
Debe estarme diciendo computadora qué hacer. No mames, va a estar bien cerradísima esta madre.
You've passed waypoint 3. You're coming up on the base, imposing radio silence. We won't be able to talk again until you're over the base. Continue to keep an eye on your
Locos que tengo que
altitude.
hacer para
There
poder
are plenty of
agarrar.
dark spots that can sneak up on you.
Sí, ya sé. No, la madre va a estar bien cerrada esta mierda. Shit. No, mierda, me...
Strider 1, you've exceeded the altitude restriction. You most likely triggered the enemy's radar. We've lost the element of surprise.
Perdí la visión del
Strider
área.
1, you have passed through waypoint 1. No weapons until you reach the enemy base. All aircraft, reduce altitude. We have altitude restrictions from here on out. Keep altitude below 600 meters. Good. Maintain your current course.
Searchlight up ahead. Watch for it.
Sí, ya sé. Esto lo puedo hacer rápido.
Stay out of their sight.
Strider, ask this one. Our current ETA matches yours. Catch the Vanguard. Secure the LZ quickly. We'll get you down safe. I'm worried you're short on men. Everyone here's already signed their release. That ain't funny.
Fuck.
Never was good at jokes. Okay, before we win. Good luck.
Understood.
Ok, no, a la derecha, según el radar.
Strider 1, you've passed through waypoint 2. The valley's about to get narrower. Be careful.
Oh shit. Ya vi.
When can we take on the final mission? I'm starting to get tired of all this.
This is the last step, Count. We'll take the enemy base and use it as a bridgehead.
Por
Watch
abajo.
yourselves out there. We're going to need all of you in Fort Bounty. Without Wiseman here, everybody wants to give orders like they're the company commander himself. And the best thing about Strider Squadron is our leader keeps his mouth shut.
Rápido, aquí. Frena. Ah, aquí fue. Donde vienen las luces. Madre, ahí está. Esperar a que pase esta luz. Ya no falta mucho. Viene la parte difícil.
Watch your speed.
Sí, ya sé, aquí fue.
You've passed waypoint 3. You're coming up on the base, imposing radio silence. We won't be able to talk again until you're over the base. Continue to keep an eye on your altitude. There are plenty of dark spots that can sneak up on you.
Ya sé. Del lado. Frena. Oh, ya casi llegamos. Para acá. Ahí está. Ok. Por abajo. No hay de otra. Shit. Los alerones, usa los alerones. Acelera. Frena. Casi nos pega esa luz.
You just passed through waypoint 4. Radio silence has been lifted. You're almost at the base. We made it. That was quite the roller coaster ride. Visual confirmation on the airbase. Reach destination.
Ahí está.
Commence the attack. It's time for their wake-up call. The longer it takes, the worse off they'll be. Hurry up. Finish them off. All right, let's give the beating. Strider 1, locked on target. Strider 1, bombs away. Enemies are attacking!
Destruido.
Vehicle confirmed destroyed. Where did they come from?
Ese combo.
Fire up the searchlight. I can't see where the enemies are coming from. It looks like the enemy's air defenses are online. I guess they finally decided to wake up. Keep up the attack.
B-52,
The
¿qué
sooner
pedo
we
con
finish
eso?
this thing, the better.
No debe de despegar.
Roger that. If the enemy is still present in large numbers when our ground forces arrive, the mission will be a failure. Go help our allies. Your jokes haven't gotten any better. Target locked. Viking, take it away from the rock.
Seguimos destruyendo.
Bandit acquired. Initiating attack. Enemy dodged. Continuing attack. Broadcaster, hostiles are still near the LZ. Can't make our approach. Multiple helicopters spotted. Do you have a visual on them? Strider 1, I need you to take out those enemies at the LZ. Target acquired.
Destruido.
Vehicle eliminated. Enemy on your rear. Bombs away.
Oh, me pegaron.
This, target's still active. We need to immediately destroy anything that'll jeopardize the landing. Strider 1, missile away. Strider 1, target destroyed.
En el blanco, pero no lo destruí.
The timing couldn't be worse. This puts our delivery staff in danger. Okay, that takes care of all the SAM sites. Bandit has a lock.
Ah, espérate, el avión ese se me fue. Chinga, se me fue el avión.
Missile inbound, evade.
Ah, se me fueron los aviones especiales.
Bomber confirmed destroyed.
Chinga, no le pegué.
The enemy's begun its counterattack. Damage to our unit is at 20%.
Keep firing.
Más por este güey.
That's the last of our anti-air guns. They've all been taken out. Caution, enemy has Strider 1, target destroyed.
Ah, ¿cómo que fallé? No mames.
Trust your allies and keep moving. Space is ours for the taking. Wait for the base, Commander. What are you waiting for? Box 2.
Ahí está, vámonos.
We've engaged the enemy reinforcements. Requesting immediate close air support. Copy that. We'll send some your way. Pizza guy's in trouble. Let's help him out. It's all right. Those two Aussie and big shots will take care of him for us. Target eliminated. Great work.
Okay, that attack just took out the enemy from the front line. The way ahead is clean up. Have our
Falta
thanks.
otro, un ave.
Give me a damage report. We've suffered heavy losses. This is more than a surprise attack.
Ah, fuck.
Picking up an enemy squadron. It must be the reinforcements they called in.
Breaking away. Confirmed at least one leader. One with the 3 scratches. Locked on!
Destruido. Ah, vienen Sukhois 35, perros, güey.
Emergency! These enemy reinforcements are stopping us! We can't do anything about their air power. We need support.
Strider 1, enemy behind you.
¿Dónde estás? ¿Dónde estás? ¿Dónde estás? ¿Dónde
Strider
estás?
4, Fox 2.
Missile evaded.
Ambush, stay cool. Reform the ranks. Close air support.
6%.
Strider squadron, enemy reinforcements. Get some goddamn support there now.
Enemy numbers are small. Don't give in. Fight until the very end.
Strider 1, Fox 2. The enemy's looking to engage. Watch your back.
This is 2-2. We're stuck. We won't be able to capture the base at this rate.
Keep your heads down. 3 strikes will take care of
Ah,
the
los
enemy.
helicópteros.
That's it. We take out those 2. Force our way inside the facility.
I don't know what these guys hope to accomplish, but happy to have them.
Target's destruction confirmed. That air support was right on the money.
Chicas.
Pushing the enemy on their heels.
Rápido, rápido,
Okay,
rápido, rápido.
start running on the count of 3.
We're under attack. Lead the enemy aircraft to the LRS-15.
Great. I get to finally send my boys in to ring the doorbell. There's still quite a few
Solo
enemies
quitar
holed up in there.
estos
However,
güeyes.
we can't afford to wait any longer. Begin the assault. If anyone resists, kill them.
Destruido.
Contact!
Estimado Kenshin, buenas noches, hermano.
Tear down that barricade.
A ver si puedo alcanzarlos para tirarlos para los puntos. Sí puedo, sí puedo, sí puedo. Sí podemos.
This is Basilisk 1. The base is ours. We have control of all major functions.
Glad the pizza was on time.
Shit, no puedo hacer más.
Roger that, Basilisk 1. Mission accomplished.
All prisoners of war will be treated in accordance with international law. We've even brought pizza.
Looks like they can shred those wills.
I'm already getting an earful from the men over the needless paperwork.
No joke.
Okay.
Uah.
Go to the flight control.
Roger that.
Strider 1, this is Basilisk. The runway is clear. You have permission to land.
Hora de
The party is on
aterrizar.
as soon as you get here. Reduce your speed.
Cállate, no me digas qué hacer.
3,000 meters to the runway. Turn right.
Que te calles.
Lower your nose. You're too high.
Cállate.
1,500 meters to the
No digas a
runway.
Maverick cómo aterrizar su
You
avión.
are right on course. Maintain current heading. We're past the guidance limit. Make a visual landing. Impressive, Strider 1. Strider 1 has landed. Let's go and greet him.
Oh yeah.
Strider 1, you have passed through waypoint 1.
Ah, no, quería ver mi repetición de esa parte. Fuck, la regué. Quería ver cómo había circulado.
Excellent work on the night raid. Submarines have arrived from the Ocean mainland
pues aquí
and
se va a
are
ver.
refueling. This base will serve as a frontline platform for our mission to take Farbanti. We're almost at the end of this operation.
Altitud desactivada. Zoom in, zoom out. Mover la cámara. Ay, tengo una buena cantidad de puntos, eso me agrada. Eso me agrada.
Mihai's second sortie was designed to calculate how his physiology changed under the stress of combat. My job was to compare his performance as a pilot now to when he was younger and understand how his skills evolved. To tell you the truth, I'm not sure I wanted to know the answers anymore. For a man his age, Mihai's body was unbelievably resilient, remarkably flexible. His reflexes were sharp as they ever were. Still, after all those years of flying in the outer layers of the atmosphere, even someone as strong as Mihai wasn't immune to the effects of the strain. The human body is fragile. It was not meant to handle the excessive amounts of radiation that constantly bombarded the stratosphere. For Mihai's second sortie, we used a flight suit that was still untested. He seemed fine on takeoff. By the time he landed back at the base, it was clearly a mess. He got caught in a surprise dogfight with an especially stubborn enemy. It took a while for Mihai to bring him down.
Suspend mission.
The suit was ineffective. According to the data, it wouldn't let him fly to his full potential. A new flight suit was made to my exact specifications. When it finally arrived, Mihai's granddaughters glared at me with their disapproval. They blamed me for the pain their grandfather had to keep enduring. But Mihai remained stoic. He wasn't the type of man who cared about anything that happened here on the ground. I wasn't worried about it. I was confident the new suit would protect him thoroughly so that he could maneuver his plane any way he wanted. The moment he took off in his new flight suit, I realized what I had failed to before. Right after takeoff, as the wheels retracted, the plane suddenly arced up. It accelerated so quickly. I had never seen a plane move like that before. Mihai hit the high G's multiple times before disappearing into the blue. The support team couldn't even keep up. And then I knew. I understood why he never seemed to care about restoring his stolen country back to its former glory, and why he didn't seem to care about anything that happened here on the ground. Of course, Mihai's kingdom was the sky.
Qué chingón se deben de sentir los pilotos de combate, o los pilotos en general. La batalla por Farbanti, híjole, esta va a estar buena. Esta va a estar muy buena.
The operation to capture Erusia's capital, Farbanti, is beginning. This is the culmination of our work. We need to capture the Erusian forces' general headquarters in the south of Farbanti and end this war. The plan is for ground troops to attack Farbanti from both the east and north, and a task fleet will attack from the southwest. We will secure air superiority over the capital, while providing air support for our allies on the ground and in the water as required. By all accounts, we expect this to be an intense, full-scale battle across land, sea, and air. Should you need to
Me
replenish
pregunto si
your
volveré a
ammunition
jugar con
or
el
make
avión de
necessary
Maverick
repairs to your
o
craft,
cambio de avión.
a return line has been set up in the north. During this operation, we will also be tasked with having to destroy the communications satellites that Erusia hacked. If we take down the information communication system that we believe they have control over, it should plunge Erusia into chaos. Once the capital falls, the Erusian military will be isolated and thrown into chaos, making it easier for us to end the war. However, that can't happen until after the capital falls, so you guys are the stars of this battle. Erusia will fight like a tiger, but we cannot lose. We must seize the capital and end this war.
Va a ser una pelea. A giant step. Híjole. Ok. Pero no estoy seguro. Es que se mueve. Está. No, espérame. Orden alfabético, casa. Polivalente. Aquí está. Aquí está. No estoy seguro de querer seguir usando estas. Misil de fijación de aire, misil de fijación de aire. ¿Cuál es la diferencia? Como se pueden cargar varios misiles a la vez, son efectivos cuando se combinan con los misiles convencionales. Ok. A los blancos más lentos. A la distancia, entonces sería este. Pero habría que cambiar piezas. Jammer de autodefensa. Ok. Pero no sé si cambiar mejor de avión. El Tomcat. ¿En qué le falla? En tierra, ¿verdad? Movilidad. Tiene más movilidad que... Vamos a usar el avión. Top Gun Maverick. Mage. Puede ser el de Maverick o puede ser el de Iceman. Vamos a usar el de Iceman, ¿por qué no?
Strider Squadron, proceed to runway. Sortie ASAP.
La batalla por Farbante. Destruye las fuerzas enemigas. Esto es destruir, destruir, destruir. Okay.
Our troops have engaged at Farbante Reconstruction Park, Silver Bridge, and the submerged area.
Máxima
We
potencia.
need to help our boys in those 3 locations. This'll end the war. It's time. Commence the operation. Our friends are waiting.
Lately, as your company commander, I felt some of you young bucks coming after my
Momento, viene
championship
alguien.
belt. You were really putting the pressure on me. So I didn't even bother going
Destruido,
there.
papá.
Pull up the score a little bit. Just to show you guys my honest dirt. I trust I can count on all you to keep up. Let's get out there, take care of business, and come back in one piece.
Vamos por esto.
Strider 1, return lines to the north. Head that way if you need to refuel. Good luck, everyone.
Count is back in the saddle as Cyclops 2. It's good to be flying with you again, partner.
Cute. No, it's real funny.
Strider 1, Fox 2.
Destruido, véngase, papá. Otro. ¿Dónde estás, Ripper?
This one's all mine.
Strider 1, locked on target.
The enemy has escaped. Fox 2.
Destruido, papá.
Enemies locked on. Breaking.
No me vas a pegar con esa madre. Ahí está el Ripper.
Missile inbound. Evade.
El blanco destruido, otro menos. Este Iceman trae todo.
Breaking from enemy. Missile breaking.
¿Quién fue?
Locked on fast.
Ahí vi. Vamos por ese güey.
I'm on its back.
Me lo quitaron. Gripen.
Strider 1, missile launched.
Destruido, papá. Vámonos. ¿Qué sigue? Vamos por los de tierra de una vez.
Our ground forces are now moving to capture Farbanti Reconstruction Park. They're already engaged with the enemy. It seems the enemy was fast to detect them. They can use some air support.
No creo que vaya a pegar. Falló.
They're after me. I need cover. Send in more troops.
Ahí está, vámonos, perro. Sam.
Missile inbound. Evade.
Destruido, vámonos.
Our air support has stopped the enemy. Advance on the hospital.
Man acquired. Initiating attack. I'm taking fire, but I can fly.
Vamos a ver.
Say goodbye.
Ahí está. Ese de ahí, ese de ahí, ese de ahí.
If you let them through, we're shooting dead.
Eso, perro.
Vehicle confirmed destroyed.
Half the enemy's already down.
No, esos son misiles.
Really stumping them.
Se fue en el blanco. Ándale.
Strider 1, locked on target.
Spider 1, hostile has a lock. Enemy dodged. Continuing attack.
Destruido, perro.
Strider 1, tank destroyed.
A ver, espérame. Ahí hay otro.
Missile away.
Roger. The water will be secured. The OCS shall clear the way.
I adore you.
No, no, no. La altura, la altura, la altura.
Nox 2.
Okay, lock acquired.
Vamos por ese Sukhoi.
We've got flies buzzing around our heads. Don't take your eyes off
Oh,
them.
Enemy backup inbound. Forces are heading for 2 separate combat zones. We need to split our forces in 2 and meet both threats at once.
Trigger, head for
Oh,
either
fuck.
area. Cyclops will take care of the other one.
ok.
Roger.
HQ, we're falling back. We don't stand a chance against their air support.
Ok, voy para allá. Voy para allá, vamos para allá.
They evaded it.
Vamos por eso.
Conditions keep changing. This battle is ugly. Okay, Trigger. Silver Bridge is all yours. We'll deal with the other threat. Let's go. Ocean.
Wilco. That's something.
Bandit on your 6.
All right,
Vamos
and
por
I'm
ese
back.
Sukhoi. Está lastimado, está lastimado, está lastimado.
Checker 6, you've got a bandit. Breaking lock. Evading.
Ah, fallé.
1, missile launched.
Oh, misil. Break. Ahí está.
Locked
Break.
on.
Warning, enemy has a beat on you.
Sí, ya sé.
Keep an eye on your radar. Olympics wonderful intermediary.
Destruido.
Target is in range of guns.
Come on, dodge that missile. They evaded it. Breaking away. Missile closing on me.
Ya, huevo. Si le pegó el otro, le pegó el otro.
Locked on bandit.
Si le pegó. Sí, le pegó. Vamos por él.
Careful. Enemy on your tail.
Destruido. Ahí no sé.
I'm on his back.
Ametralladora. No, muévete.
Watch it. Bandit on your tail.
Destruido. Ahí
Need
está.
more air
Otro
support.
menos.
We can't hold the bridge much longer without it.
Por este. No, por este menos. Ahí está.
Target acquired.
Call reinforcement.
Damn it. Should have known it sooner.
No. No. Muévete.
Fox 2.
Ahí está. Oh, no, con la ametralladora. No menos. Bien. No, no sé. Más por este Sukhoi.
Target in gun range.
All my targets back. Time to punch through.
Muévete. Fallamos. Vamos por ese otra vez.
These guys come in. My job just got that much
Pero
harder.
sí lo pegué. Como no, pero... está del otro lado. Muévete por el otro lado.
Focus on defenses on the left. Well, this one there. Fatigue is starting to set in. Maintain your composure. We're almost through this. Breaking away. Missile closing on me.
Destruido, papá.
I've been spiked.
¿Quién me está pegando?
Strider 1. Warning. Missile.
Mierda.
Enemy reinforcements on radar. Take him out.
Hostile forces moving near enemy HQ.
Sí le pega uno de esos. No, no.
Split up. The longer this drags on, the greater our losses. Roger that.
Ahí está. Bueno, ya fue suficiente. Aquí vamos a ayudar a la marina.
The comms are full of requests for help from friendlies. Our occupation of Frabati could be in jeopardy now.
This is the start. There are small boats hiding in the ruins. Take them out before they can approach the fleet.
Voy.
That area's all yours, Strider. We'll back up May Squadron at the park.
Strider 1, Fox 2.
Strider 1, break now!
A ver, ahí está este.
The balance is in our favor.
In gun range.
Vamos por ese otra vez.
Destroy the enemy's left fleet, and then we can regroup.
Ahí está.
Keep sending the enemy forces to their watery graves. 5 minutes remaining.
Three strikes is overhead. Leading us now on our side.
Vamos por estos de aquí. Se ven que están batallando un chingo.
We're gonna make it through this. Just a little further this way from the yard.
Missile hit.
Ese es esos tienen 1000 y tantos puntos. Fuck, me pegaron. Voy por eso, son 1000 y tantos puntos.
They're after you, Strider 1! Hold them! Don't let them through!
Son 1800 puntos, ve por ese.
Missile launched.
Bien.
Our victory is near. Keep fighting.
Regresamos abajo.
Fall back 900 yards. Stray Strikes is here.
Missile hit.
Venga. No hay pedo. Destruido. Bien.
Show them how Ostia fights its battle.
These guys just give up. Enemy's got a lock. Don't let them through. HQ's right behind us.
In gun range.
Nice. Target eliminated.
Ages.
Hit the areas where the enemy forces are thickest. 3 minutes remaining. Missile hit.
Ah, no pegó ni uno. 700 puntos. Va.
You're low on missiles.
Everyone's requesting backup. They'll take forever to get here. Fox 2, Fox 2. Can I make it?
No sé, son muchos puntos los que...
In gun range.
No, hombre, no le pegué.
I can't believe we're getting pushed back. Hold that long.
Air support victory is within sight. Let's turn the remaining enemies into search base.
Missile away.
Steer clear of the sunken Allied ship. Just how many did we lose? Bandit has a lot of tree strikes back.
Finish them off! The enemy is exhausted, but we will be too before long.
Creo que debí haberme ido primero por los de mayor puntaje.
Shake it off!
Snipex. Ah, mi estimado Alejandro, muchas gracias por ese follow, mi güey.
Eyeball to Tucker 2-4. Requesting fire for range. Coordinates 2294 5002. Targeted enemy MVP formation. Fire for
Vamos a
effective
ser concentrado.
Better like the look of things. They're relentless.
No lo puedo destruir. Necesito otro avión.
Tucker 2-4. Rocket eagle. Clean fire for effect.
Oh, me pegaron.
Fire EAX. Maximum 2870. Elevation 237. Prepare to volley. Fire.
Missiles.
What do you mean retreat? The enemy has sealed off the harbor, preventing us from landing.
Eyeball to ostrich. Secure Sierra for us.
Sí, necesito cambiar de avión. No fue muy buena opción.
Our target is Niner Sierra. Prepare the first volley. Ready. Fire!
We've spotted enemy backup. Check your radars.
Copy. Trigger. It's about time we finished up here and helped other allies in trouble.
You don't need to try and target every enemy. Just keep your focus. Take one down and move on to the next.
And impact!
No, necesito cambiar de
Out of
avión.
time. Allied forces have begun their
Estimado
retreat.
Antonio, muy buenas
Capturing
noches,
Front Bounty has failed.
Sí, el Ace Combat es de los mejores juegos con los que he probado desde hace mucho. ¿Dónde está el punto? ¿Cuál sería?
Our troops have engaged the Frabati Reconstruction Park.
No. Necesito cambiar de avión. Necesito algo que haga buen ataque marítimo. Probablemente un Sukhoi. Ok. Empezar misión. Necesito caza polivalente atacante. El fullback. Sí, este es el que necesito. Yeah. Piezas, todo listo. Rusia. Es un poquito más lento, pero es muy buen bombardero este avión. Y este sí me va a ayudar. De hecho, me voy a ir primero a la zona del mar. Es que se me olvidó que puedo recargar misiles y no lo hice.
Our troops have engaged the Frabati Reconstruction Park, Silver Bridge, and the submerged area. We need you to help our boys in those 3 locations. This'll end the war. It's time.
Primero esta.
Finish the operation. Our friends are waiting.
Lately, as your company commander, I felt some of you young bucks coming after that championship belt. Really putting the pressure on me. So I think I'm gonna go out there and run up the score a bit. Just to show you guys how it's done. I trust I can count on all you to keep up. Let's get out there, take care of business, come back your way.
Sí le pega. Como no, perro.
Return lines to the north. Head that way if you need to refuel. Good luck, everyone.
Me están pegando por atrás.
Count is back in the saddle of Cyclops 2. It's good to be flying with you again, partner.
Vamos por este. Ah, ¿cómo me que me pegó? Ya lo vi. Ahí está. Está el otro Ripton. Sí le pego. No le pega.
Roger, enemy has a lock on you.
Destruido.
Good job.
Snipers. ¿Dónde hay más enemigos acá? Vamos por esos.
Fox 2.
Strider 1. The men below you are
Más
to secure
daría
the
angres por el lightning, hermano,
They can't break enemy lines. We have aircraft in initiative, but our numbers are less than ideal.
Cuidado. Ahí estás. Destruido. Acá hay otro enfrente. No me lo maten, no es mío. Ahí está el otro mío que me está cazando. Yo voy por eso. Cuidado. Sí le pegamos. Ametrallador entonces. Vámonos.
Strider 1 down to hostile.
¿No le pegó? Ah, sí, no sirve. Vamos por esto. No le pegué. Cuidado. Su madre.
Strider 1, bandit on your tail.
Uno más. Ahí está.
On the enemy's tail.
Es accidente. Vámonos por. Sí, para acá.
Special delivery.
Rápido.
Enemy backup inbound. Forces are heading for 2 separate combat zones. We need to split our forces in 2 and meet both threats at once.
Vamos a cambiar.
Trigger, and for either area. Cyclops will take care of the other one.
Roger.
Ahí está. Preparando a lanzar todos los misiles. Uy, güey.
Okay, Trigger. The park is all yours. We'll deal with the other threat. I'll show you all how it's done.
Tank destroyed.
Our air support has stopped the enemy. Advance on the hospital.
Enemy has a lock on you.
Ya vi. Ahí está, vámonos. Muy buena.
Enemy confirmed destroyed.
Va de nuevo.
It's our real issue right now. They shouldn't have mentioned 3 strikes during the briefing. No more than 50 rats. I'm sick of seeing them pop up everywhere I look. Pretend that the enemy takes a position. Kill them all!
Ah, me toca mover.
Strider 1, missile away.
Destruidos, bien.
Damn that 3 strikes!
Boy, am I glad 3 strikes is here.
Ese también se va.
Attack!
falló.
Warning, enemy has a beat on you.
Roger. The Mark II destroyer destroyed. European big shot
¿Quién es? Ah, este ya te dije, es un Sukhoi.
Enemy on your back.
Buena cantidad de puntos. Muévete.
Destroyed by Strider 1.
Hold your ground. Still have a chance we can do it.
Sukhoi, ¿dónde?
Easier to defend once you take it on attack.
150 puntos, vamos por eso.
Enemy reinforcements on radar. Take them out.
Hostile forces moving near enemy view. We don't even have units to hold them.
Split up. The longer this drags on, the greater our losses.
Roger that. Strider 1, hostile has a lock.
And you really think that missile was gonna hit anything?
Vámonos hasta el otro lado. Rápido, 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 rápido.
Box 2. Box 2.
Rápido, 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 rápido. Ya llevamos 10,000. Es una buena cantidad de puntos. Hay que hacer esos 23.
Missile is closing. Strider 1, break.
Use your binoculars. 3 strikes, Spacer.
¿Qué falta? ¿Un APC? Ahorita lo destruimos.
Destroy the enemy's left fleet and then retreat.
Bien, vámonos. Al mar. Ah, ya no tengo más armas. Necesito...
That area is all yours, Strider. We'll back up one squadron at the Silver Bridge.
Voy. Necesito cargar más armas.
Challenge changing. This battle is ugly.
Maintain course if you want to go back to resupply.
Sí, eso es lo que quiero.
Strider 1, this is Control Tower. Make your landing check. Too fast. Lower airspeed.
No me digas qué hacer, güey.
Back left.
Que se me acaba el tiempo.
You're past the guidance limit. Make a visual landing.
Cállate. Ok, seguimos con estos misiles. Despegue. Sí.
Strider 1, this is Control Tower. The runway is clear.
Vamos a quitar la altitud. Restricción de altitud. Rápido. Y al mar. ¿Dónde está el mar? Por acá.
Don't give up.
Rápido. Rápido. ¿Dónde está Jagger, Strider y Cyclops? Vamos por estos.
They're after me. I need cover.
Cállate.
Must be exhausted after what they did. So let's hurry up and finish the job.
Vamos por estos de acá.
We must show a resolve.
Tug acquired.
Y luego vamos a dar la vuelta.
Strider 1, rifle. Vessel confirmed sunk.
We've lost 30% of our fleet. It's going to be difficult to complete our mission given the circumstances. Target is eliminated.
Everyone's requesting backup. It'll take forever to get here. Strider 2, break!
Vamos por ese cruiser de una vez.
This is the start. There are small boats hiding in the ruins. Take them out before they can approach the fleet.
The comms are full of requests for help from friendlies. Our occupation of Frabati could be in jeopardy now.
Dame.
Fox 2.
Blanco, no lo destruí, me llevo.
Our victory is near. Keep fighting.
Se destruyó, güey. Pero
Thanks to our air support, victory is within sight. Let's turn the remaining enemies into start bait.
Steer clear of the sunken Allied ships. Just how many do we lose?
Damn it, Three Strikes is back.
5 minutes remaining.
The harder the battle, the less likely it goes according to plan.
Spider 3, Fox 2.
We've spotted enemy backup. Check your radars.
Copy. Trigger. It's about time we finished up here and helped other allies in trouble.
You don't need to try and target every enemy. Just keep your focus. Take one down, then move on to the next.
We don't have enough ships left for organized combat.
ah, ya no tengo misiles, güey. Shit.
Strider 1, missile away.
Fall back 900 yards. Three Strikes is here. Check the port side. We need to
Rápido. Nos faltan muchos puntos.
Enemy fleet is crippled. Friendly
1800
warships should be
puntos.
able to finish him off. Missile evaded.
just too many of them.
Bien.
Lock on. Good night.
Nos falta mucho.
You guys ever talk about anything other than Three Strikes?
Destruido, bien. Vamos por ese Rafael.
Powerful AA defense system in the AO. Coordinates Tango 2H, 39. There's an AA. North. Protecting the defenses.
Missile away.
¿Cómo que no le di bien?
Fox 2.
Ah, me tengo que mover, güey. Ojalá pegue. No le pegué.
I want to be as badass as Three Strikes.
On to 6. Our allies aren't advancing as we hoped. This isn't good.
Voy.
Hit the areas where the enemy forces are thickest. 3 minutes remaining. Target acquired. Target eliminated.
Oh,
Target is in range of guns. Strider 1, watch your tail.
sí, ya sé. Necesito los puntos.
Enemy has a lock on you. Vehicle eliminated.
Okay, commanders down. Fox 2. Standard cleared. Lock on.
2 minutes remaining.
Chingados, ya casi. No mames. Un minuto.
You never know what's going to happen in naval warfare. Stay vigilant.
Missile inbound. Evade.
Strider 1, missile launched. SAM site destroyed.
Venga, nomás necesito matar eso nada más.
I can't believe we're getting pushed back. Move that along. Fox 2. They have a lock on me.
Uy, güey.
Understood.
All right.
Understood. 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 Keep bringing them down.
Bandit in my sights. Where are your next missiles? Like a giant wing of that enemy ship.
A la madre, ¿qué fue eso?
Missile inbound. Evade.
30 seconds remaining.
Missile. Missile.
No, 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 salte de ahí, 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 salte de ahí.
Enemy has a lock on you.
I'm in position. Keep mine.
This one's wide open.
You did really well out there. There's a ship
Ah, madre, me pegaron.
They'll be heroes.
Don't know what medals they've got for you, but if you want one, come back in one piece.
Bandit invaded attack. Trying again.
All aircraft, listen carefully. This is Lancaster. We have the upper hand. The enemy headquarters is almost ours. Operation to eliminate all enemy satellites also underway. All going according to plan. The end of the war is in sight. Think of something you'd like to eat, guys? Because I'm buying.
Roger that. Man, don't jinx us.
You're right. New bogies. No, 5 SU-30s inbound.
¿Dónde?
Cyclops 3, it's Mr. Rex.
Casi yo no tengo el avión adecuado, güey. Fuck, it's Mikhail.
What's going on here? I don't believe it. We've just lost ship 3 and 4. We're taking heavy damage. It's like this monster is toying with us out there. We've got to do something.
LRSSG, we have an emergency order from Mission Command. Bring down Mr. X. I know it's a tall order, but HQ wouldn't ask if they didn't have faith in you.
There they are. It's the snowbirds. The 2 leaders are in a different level. But don't underestimate the rest of them either. I should probably be fun.
No te despegues, no te despegues, no te despegues.
It's just like you say. The enemy has experienced fighters in their midst.
No mames.
Enemy has a lock on me. I see them still got a little pilot. Don't get too far ahead. Think that'd miss.
This ship is sunk. See the fighters coming back around.
Don't let Mr. X run wild. Friendlies are suffering heavy damage.
Fox 2.
Ah, stall. Chingada.
Strider 1, evade that missile.
Voy.
Mr. X is eating through the ocean forces.
No. Who are these guys?
Ah, pero que ellas vuelven hard, ¿verdad?
Strider 1, target acquired.
Fox 2.
Tengo el avión adecuado para pelear estos Sukhoi.
Locked on.
Shit.
The ship was sunk soon after. That's the last we heard of it.
How long before our forces are routed? Teamwork is somewhat lacking. The pilots, don't let yourselves be distracted by focusing on our leader.
Ah, dime que pega algo. No pegó ni uno, güey. No mames.
I'm gonna open this guy up.
Yes, I'm talking about him.
Cyclops, Strider, stop Mr. X.
Espérame, pues necesito primero matar a estos.
Don't go at them alone. Shoot on each target. Cyclops 3, I'm in hit. I gotta eject. Missile launched, evade! Took them out one by one. Cyclops 3 is bailed out safely. Don't worry, he's gonna make it. Listen, Trinity,
Bien.
real talk.
Un momento.
We keep this up, someone's not going home. I'll act as a mover. For a while, I used to shoot down Mr. X. What? Alright, grab the bait. Time to take him for a ride.
No.
They're after me. I need cover.
¿Y a mí quién me cubre?
Man, this is one stubborn bastard. He's on my tail, but he won't fire. Waiting for the perfect shot, eh? Sorry, stranger, but my boys won't let you have it.
Acelera.
Enough with your air show, Wiseman. You're pushing it.
cambiar de objetivo.
Hostile lockout, you Strider 1.
Sí, ya sé. No, güey.
Took out Strider 1.
Ay, güey. Está bien perro esta parte.
What's going on here? I don't believe it. We just lost ship 3 and 4. We're taking heavy damage. It's like this monster is toying with us out there. We've got to do something.
LRSSG, we have an emergency order from Mission Command. Bring down Mr. X. I know it's a tall order, but HQ wouldn't ask if they didn't have faith in you.
Para acá.
It's the snowbirds. The 2 meters are at different levels. But don't underestimate
No,
the
misil.
either.
Oh,
Mission prep could be fun. What do you mean? It's just like you say. The enemy has experienced fighters in their midst.
chingas Avenger. Están como perros.
Those lackeys fly like champions.
Ok, Mr. X todavía no.
Cyclops 1, launching missile.
Grim ship is sunk.
Espérame.
Fighter coming back around.
Hasta ya lo vi.
Don't let Mr. X run wild. Friendlies are suffering heavy damage.
Ah, vamos, hombre.
This one's mine.
Písale, písale, písale.
Target acquired.
Güey, ¿cómo giran tan rápido estos aviones?
Don't go at him alone. 2 or more on each target.
Mr. X is eating through the Osean forces.
Venga, está dañado, está dañado, está dañado.
Look out. Missile closing.
Está muerto, está muerto. No mames.
Missile did not connect. Bandit behind you.
Taking fire. They have a lock on me.
Attack missed.
The ship was sunk soon after. That's the last we heard from them.
Not long before our forces are routed.
No mames, no le pego. Me está siguiendo el infeliz amigo.
Enemy behind me.
Adiós, no mames. Ahí está.
Call in our air support ASAP. Yes, I'm talking about them.
Oh, están como perros, güey, están como perros atrás de mí. Y el avión no me ayuda. El avión no es lo mejor. Pero si le doy a intentar otra vez, le voy a fregar.
On here, I don't believe it. We just lost ship 3 and 4. We're taking heavy damage. It's like this monster is toying with us out there. We've got to do something.
Vamos por este de la
LRSSG, we
izquierda.
have an emergency order from Mission Command. Bring down Mr. X. I know it's a tall order, but HQ wouldn't ask if they didn't have faith
Bien, le
in you.
pegamos.
There they are. It's the snowbirds. The 2 meters are at different levels.
Bien, eso fue rápido. Like.
It's just like you say. The enemy has experienced fighters in their midst.
Uno menos y rápido, fue buena eso.
Taking fire. Not bad. Research report says, although their teamwork is somewhat lacking.
Acelera, acelera, que tiene saliendo atrás.
Miss.
Grim ship is sunk. Single fighter coming back around.
Don't let Mr.
Acelera,
X
acelera,
run
acelera,
wild.
acelera.
Friendlies are suffering heavy damage.
Bien. No lo pierdas ese güey, no lo pierdas, 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 no lo pierdas. Ahí está.
Target acquired. Target was
No
not
mames,
struck.
¿cómo que fallé? Ah, es que tienen los flares infelices.
Mr. X is eating through the Osean forces.
Que estás herido, no puedes. Chinga, sí pudo, güey.
Enemy's got lock.
Hostile lockout, you Strider 1.
Sí, ya lo vi, ya lo vi, ya lo vi, ya lo vi, ya lo vi.
Cyclops 2, watch your 6.
The ship was sunk soon after. That's the last we heard from them.
Down, not long before our forces are routed.
Bien.
Starfleet test, we've still got a monster to slay.
Ahí está, ese, quiero matarlo.
Cyclops 2, Fox 2.
Break.
Mr. X.
Enemy on your back. This is Cyclops 3. I've been hit. I gotta eject.
Ah, ese fue. Sí, ese
Took him out
fue.
one by one. Cyclops 3 has bailed out safely. Don't worry, he's gonna make it.
Ah, vamos, hombre.
Wide open. Listen, Trigger, real talk. If we keep this up, someone's not going home.
Aguas.
Meanwhile, he'll shoot down Mr. X. What?
Herido, está herido.
He grabbed a bait. Time to take him for a ride. Man, this is one stubborn bastard. He's on my tail, but he won't fire. Waiting for the perfect shot, eh? Sorry, stranger. My
Esas
boys will
vueltas
let you
no sé
have
cómo
it.
las hacen.
Strata 1, target acquired.
Enough with your air show, wise man. You're pushing it. Still holding together. Oh, Cal, that's sweet. I never knew you cared. You're all grown up. I'll even let the wisecrack slide. Hey, I'm being
Ahí está,
serious
otro
here.
menos.
Target's destruction
Zero,
confirmed.
your plane has had it. Eject. Enemy has a lock. Forgive me. Good luck. Gotcha, pal. Shaking bandit.
Hold up. My radar has shown that an enemy aircraft has been stuck on Cyclops 1 for a while now.
Makes my blood run cold to even think if he came up on my 6. Shit.
Ah,
Missile evaded.
He's refusing to fire. He wants a sure shot. Not too bad.
bien. Uno más.
He's acting as a decoy. He has absolute trust in his allies, I see.
Ah, está tirando los flares.
You're quite the entertainer, but the show's over with this next shot.
Vamos.
Wiseman, missile closing! I'll keep him only. Just a bit longer.
Destruido. Ya solo queda el señor X.
Cyclops 1 is down.
Cyclops Wiseman! Eject already, Wiseman! I'm sorry, Count. This plane exploded. Wiseman, stay strong. We're not done here.
Ahí está.
Cyclops
Ahí lo tengo,
2,
Luis.
you got the lead. Wiseman! Shit! Negative, Cyclops 2, you're the lead. I can't do it.
Ah, la madre, qué vueltas son esos.
Duty is yours. That's impossible. Do it. Damn it.
No.
Cyclops 4, form an element. We need our top gun if we're gonna take out that bastard.
Yeah, Top Gun.
Count.
Good lord. All we can do is rely on our best pilot now.
Shit. This guy's too tough.
I don't think I can take him on.
Fuck, güey. ¿Dónde estás?
Now I see why he's the king of the skies.
No mames, ¿quién me disparó?
The commander's taking fire. It's fine. Have a little faith.
In gun range.
Nada más enfrente.
Strata 1, missile launched. Missile hit.
Bien.
Now go finish the job.
Get Mr. X, Trigger. Shoot it down, Trigger. You can do it. In fact, you're the only one who can.
What?
My radar suddenly turned off.
Whoa.
What is it? Respond. My data won't update. Damn it. What was that?
I've lost radar contact. What's up?
Look at the sky, towards the sun.
What is that?
A star? No, maybe an explosion?
Sí.
This is Soul Squadron. Head home. It's not safe to stick around here if we lose our base.
Listen up. We've just lost our real-time connection with Mission Command. It's not just Mission Command. I'm not getting any response from outside our LOS. Brabant's now under OCN control. The operation was a success.
No iba a poder
Get the
ganarle
orders
con
to
ese
come
avión
after
ni
the
de pedo.
operational success. We'll guide you to the scheduled airport. All aircraft, leave this airspace immediately.
Negative. They've got a debt to pay.
count. We all feel the same way.
Shit! So Wiseman died for nothing.
Estuvo buena la misión.
This is a peacekeeping force forward base near Erusian territory. Other Allied aircraft have probably been forced to make emergency landings at other airfields. We don't know much. The mission to capture the capital is nearly complete, but we unfortunately have no intel. The enemy communication satellites are down, and we have confirmed the deaths of several Erusian leaders. But our enemy was smart. They had a similar plan. Our own communication systems were destroyed at approximately the same time. We have no idea when or if they'll come back online. Stand by for further details.
Obteniste uno o más nuevos aspectos del Sukhoi 37 Terminator. Ya me estoy picando con las misiones.
As far as the chaos we find ourselves in these days, it's difficult to say which side pulled the trigger first. Erusia deployed an automatic intercept system with drones. Osea implemented long-range attacks to bypass them. So Erusia decided to sabotage Osea's communications and navigation technology. Erusia couldn't launch a satellite themselves, but they were still able to hack the software of the Osean transmission and navigation systems. Before Osea even noticed, half of their satellites were hijacked. That's when things got ugly. In an attempt to knock out each other's capabilities, both forces launched fighters loaded with anti-satellite missiles at the same time. Only military satellites were targeted. However, their destruction created a debris field in orbit, which wiped out scores of other satellites. Both private and
destruyeron los satélites.
What kept the world relatively sane up to that point had been free-flowing data and information. But now, those were gone. All that remained was chaos and confusion. Government and civilian broadcasts and transmissions were cut off. The flow of information had ceased. Forces on both sides of the conflict now found themselves unable to communicate with their superiors. Many of the smaller countries annexed by Erusia and yearning for their independence seized the opportunity and started their own uprisings. As for why some of Osea's military decided to break off from the main force and continue on their own, I have no idea. Perhaps there was some sort of dispute over the chain of command. The continent that had once seen wars that were only fought between Osea and Erusia was now full of numerous conflicts between rival leaders vying for power. Insurgencies were everywhere. I even heard a rumor that a group of Osean convicts had rebelled. Rumors. It never ceased to amaze me that even at a crazy time like this, something as trivial
Qué bueno,
as a
mi
rumor
estimado, qué bueno que
finds its
andes
way
bien.
here.
¿Qué tal tu día? ¿Estuvo chido?
Communications from corporate were cut off. Apparently, the entire computer network was down. It was a wise decision to make our drones autonomous with AI instead of being radio-controlled. Wise and forward-thinking. Even with their GPS offline, they can still use their sensors to navigate as long as they're working properly.
Lo que no recuerdo es que si Osea era en el 5 era de mi parte. Pero luego hubo un coup d'état en Osea y armaron el desmadre.
The new ones we're making, though, there should still be enough time to upgrade those before they're activated. I'll be taking the data I've acquired away from the front lines now. Oh, and I'll be taking the girls, too. I told my assistant Masa it was time to get Mihai's granddaughters ready to leave here. She's not much older than the girls, but she has a way about her, and I'm sure she won't have any trouble with them.
Qué bueno. ¿Qué tal te gustó Top Gun? Maverick, dime, ¿verdad que sí? Está chidísimo.
I imagine it was looking for a safer place. The plane had a rose emblem on it.
Last Hope. Ay, a ver si puedo comprar algún avión.
Erusia's communication networks have been down since their satellites were destroyed. Unfortunately, we are experiencing trouble too.
Muy
All of
buenas,
Erusia has been
claro.
affected, and we don't know when things will be back up and running. We're not even sure if this is Erusia's doing. Still, we will follow the strategy that was originally planned and move on to the next operation after liberating Farbanti. Let's get to it. Since the war began, we've been receiving communications in secret from an officer in the Erusian army.
With the capital under our control, Erusia's radical element is losing support quickly, affecting the balance of power.
HQ is thinking of using the military officer as a way to gain leverage to settle peace negotiations. The officer is currently hiding in the outskirts of Anchorhead Bay, having joined up with support dispatched from the Osean army. The plan is that they'll take a standard vehicle to a rendezvous point at a harbor in the east part of the city, where a helicopter will be waiting.
I would like the new Strider Squadron to provide escort for the officer.
Escolta,
Cyclops
güey.
will remain at the base on standby to serve as defense.
With the communication network currently down in the capital, I very much doubt Erusia will be able to mount a regimented counterattack. However, it is likely that Erusia's intelligence department and the remaining forces who are aware of the officer's movements will interfere. Keep a close eye on the officer and make sure he stays safe. Our victory in Farbanti has given us a golden opportunity to finally end this war. Be safe out there.
Take note that our satellite-based IFF has become unreliable following the recent communications failure. As such, target ID will be done by processing the images from the infrared cameras on your aircraft. Objects will initially appear as unknown on your HUDs, but will be ID'd once you close in on them for a set period of time.
Pues sí, como no hay satélites. Árbol de avión. Necesito ver si puedo comprar algo más. Sukhoi 34. Sukhoi 35. Este ya lo tengo. Este también ya lo tengo. Berkut ya también lo tengo. ¿Sí, no? Sí, ya lo tengo. Sukhoi 30. F-35 Lightning también. Este objeto no está... ¿Por qué no? No me digas que tengo que comprar este. Fuck, güey. Y este sí puedo, ¿no? F-22, F-35, Sukhoi 57. Este ya lo tengo, ¿no? Sukhoi 57. Voy a usar este, se me hace el Sukhoi 57. Bueno, voy a gastar el dinero para desbloquear de unas ciertas cosas. F-15 Strike. Quitaron la música, lo que significa que está dramático lo que sigue. Desbloqueaste un avión. Ok, entonces pues de una vez compro estas madres. ¿Me queda dinero para comprar esto? Sí. Pues a gastar ese dinero en esto. ¿Y cuánto dinero me queda? Ah, mira, para desbloquear estos dos. Para el YF-23. Se desbloquearon. Y ya no tengo dinero. Ok, entonces vamos a agarrar un avión de caza chido. Sukhoi 33. Fullback, no, Sukhoi 30. A ver, orden alfabético, casas, estos son los que quiero. F-15. Este es el nuevo, ¿no? Berkut. Y el de Top Gun es que está todo lo que da ese avión, güey. Sukhoi 34. Sukhoi 33 Flanker. 35S. Este es buen caza. Y lo del 37. ¿Por qué tiene tanto poder este? Sukhoi 57. Darkstar. A ver, ¿el 57 es el de la película? No, ese es el de quinta generación. Este es el mío. Ahí está, Sukhoi 57. ¿Ese qué es? Un pulse light laser. Este está mejor. Strider. Más quiero probar la misión porque me hace que ahorita ya acabamos el stream. Last Hope, protege al oficial de Rusia. De hecho, yo creo que sí vamos a terminar el stream ya, mis estimados, porque ya es casi las 11 de la noche.
To the unidentified Osean craft, this is Captain Carl of the Osean Army. Are you here for the escort? You're not the squadron I was expecting. Are you really friendlies? Over.
This is Longcaster. Airborne warning and control system for the Osean Long-Range Strategic Strike Group. Captain Carl, they're on our side.
And those two pilots we've heard about must be here too.
Okay, I hope you're right. Longcaster, are all of these really unknowns?
It's a state of civil war. The Erusian army is fighting itself. There's no guarantee the Oseans won't shoot us in this confusion.
We'll image process the unknowns caught in your cams to identify friend or foe. The process will be faster if you get a close-up, well-centered image.
Meanwhile, we just run if they shoot us, right?
Affirmative. Always identify your target before you fire.
Something I'll never get used to. But tonight has been a total shock.
Sí. Ya sé cómo es esta cosa. Bueno, mis estimados, muy buenas noches. Que descansen. Con esto vamos a terminar el stream. Yo creo que mañana ya le doy de lleno para terminar el juego, porque no creo desvelarme tanto, porque tengo un curso de nutrición el fin de semana para ya ser coach y poner a entrenar a Memo y a Rodolfo. Bueno, mis estimados, muy buenas noches. Que descansen. Que tengan muy buen viernes, muy buen fin de semana, todo lo que viene, por si no hago streams, por si no los veo. Pero pues a ver cómo nos va la siguiente semana, porque vamos a estar muy ocupados. Bueno, mis estimados, muy buenas noches, que descansen y adiós.